You've had a long career in this industry, and you've done a lot of things. Like recently, you did a signing at Walmart, which, I mean, talk about classy.
Yeah.
You're killing
Got
it.
to do some shopping and then, say hello to
what
some
other
people.
things have you gotten to do that little redneck Dave would not have believed? Like what other cool things?
Redneck Dave. I got to play at Red Rocks.
No,
I did. It's a venue up in Colorado, and I remember one of the first times me and my wife drove to Denver, Colorado. It was like we made it there, drove all night, made it there about 3 a.m, and we drove straight to this place called Red Rocks. Hopped the fence just to go look at it.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah!
That's
and
so
I remember sitting. Yeah. The park is closed. And we hop the fence and we go sit in the little bleacher stands there that they have, and we're just like, man, this has got to be the coolest venue in the world. Never would I have suspected that I would be on that stage down there.
I mean, there's been huge acts there for years, and it's kind of like an iconic place to play, kind of like the Ryman in Nashville. You want to play? You've played the Ryman, right?
Yes.
Okay, that'd be awkward if you hadn't. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Have you heard of the Ryman? It's like the best place to play.
You can get tickets to see a real band.
That's it.
I saw like a quick video of you too, like in Times Square, watching your video.
Is that crazy or what?
Yeah, like that's got to blow your mind.
It does.
Yeah, but I mean, how cool
Crazy.
is that? You don't expect that stuff. When you start off, you got a dream as a kid, and when you start off in Christian music, that dream is a lot smaller,
Well, I didn't intend to do this at all. I kind of snuck in. I just was trying to help at a church. And all of it has come from trying to just be useful and help at the church. And so, I didn't have dreams that involved any of this stuff. I remember the first time I got to play at the Opry, when the Opry calls, and it's like, oh my gosh, Grand Ole Opry just asked me to play the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
And there is not a molecule in my body that even had a dream of such a thing. It's just like, that's just like that's not in my purview.
Now, I had Zippy as a moniker for radio for a lot of years, and I got stuck with it early on in my career and could not get rid of it.
Yes.
It took me years to get rid of that. Do you ever regret the beard? Because you are known for this beard, kind of like ZZ Top was. Some point.
If you can see what's under here, you're like, yeah. No regrets.
Oh,
this is for you. This is for you.
It's kind of like you're a Bob Ross, because Bob Ross, he got stuck with an afro.
Would we still be talking about it? No.
No.
That went away?
I understand that, though, because I lost a bet on the air and had to shave my beard.
Oh.
My wife texted Betty crying.
Yes, she texted me and she said, I'm literally crying right now. That is the man that she vowed to love.
Yeah.
He's
in
gone.
good or bad.
Yeah, it took everything it had to keep loving me, because this, like you said,
that's
not
him.
pretty under
it's
here.
Not him.
Oh man. So you don't mind that? You don't care about keeping the beard? You don't feel pressure?
Same deal. I only came off once, and it was
really?
In year 2000 I shaved it, and my wife same way. I didn't tell her about it. It was like a cleansing kind of deal. And I saw immediately this was bad. I did. And when I came out, she really said, "Put it back now."
Really?
Started feeding me prenatal vitamins.
Nice.
No, she did not.
And made me wash with the shampoo with the horse on it, the horse mane or whatever. Oh yeah. Oh, she's like,
love that. Now the new album, The Exile. What are you trying to say with The Exile?
Well, hey, you're looking around and things feel chaotic.
Yeah.
Well, I should back up briefly and say I always work in like album arcs of three albums. Well, that's how you sign. When I sign a deal with the label, I'm contractually obligated to 3 songs. I figure any contract you sign, wouldn't you want to know what you're going to be contractually obligated to? So I tend to work with an outline of 3 albums at a time. And so this album cycle we're in was Promise, Exile, Return. It's kind of what in my head for the outline. So we did Promise with Mocha Honey, and now we're at the Exile, and it's all just like a narrative arc of the Israelites' journey.
Oh,
but we can
see that coming.
But at the same time, it's metaphorical, because our whole story starts in the garden, walking and talking with our Maker, and what happens? We mess things up and get booted. So immediately exile. So what we all are in this moment where we have this internal ache, longing for communion with the one that made us, and this sense of home. We're not home yet. We're strangers in a strange land, wandering. And so I thought, I wanted to put together something that felt very earthy. That this is very horizontal. This record, all the songs are very horizontal, more conversational in a sense. What does it mean to be here on planet Earth, feeling this dislocation? And at the same time, there's hope in the middle of our chaos. You look around. Easily, you can say things are not right.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, things are broke.
Yeah.
The intentions of God have been hijacked. And so what I'm trying to say is there's still hope in the middle of what you're looking at, like things that seem just wild out there. There's still a God that's sovereign. There's still a God that delivers. In the Israelites' exile story of Daniel in the lion's den. That's an exile.
Yeah.
He's right in the middle of it. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, exile. There's so many stories that happen when there's this sense of dislocation. We're not where we're supposed to be. Things are not right, but there's hope and there's a king coming. And that's what I'm trying to say out loud.
I heard a cool take on Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and things like that, different ways that we pray. Like when we face something hard, I would say lion's den is hard, much harder than my life, or fiery
guy that
furnace.
Complains about his password having to get changed.
Okay.
He feels like he's in exile.
That's still worse.
You know what? You might be right.
Still worse.
It is biblical, honestly. But I loved this person's perspective. They were like, you know what? All these people didn't pray for God to take them around it. They prayed for God to take them through it. And you're like, wow, that is really big. So in the midst of this exile, where all we want to do is get out of it, they were just praying that God would be there and be glorified inside of it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking. The stories say that over and over and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the lion's den was so cool. It's like all they did was shut their mouth. It was quiet. It was not a big, masterful blazing event that God blew something up.
Right.
No, it was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And the rescue was still and small. But it was also Daniel contending for prayer, that prayer works.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be praying. So there's a lot of that on this record too, trying to say that there's efficacy in it.